Today was the first day the Michigan Marijuana Regulatory Agency began accepting applications for recreational marijuana businesses. It has been a year now since voters approved recreational marijuana in the state. Jamie Edmonds gives us the rundown on what's happened and what's to come as the marijuana business grows.
Michigan voters approved medical marijuana back in 2008, and it took a while to get businesses like this one up and running. So when do recreational businesses get going? Well, that answer still up in the air.
If you wanted to go full gram, we got Sunset Sherbet.
It's been 12 months since voters approved recreational marijuana. So the question is, in 1 year, where are we?
It's embryonic. It's just growing and just starting.
That's Stuart Carter, owner of Utopia Gardens, a medical marijuana business open for 2 years in Detroit. Today, like many others, Carter began the process of getting licensed for the business of recreational marijuana, as today was the first day the state began accepting applications.
Our first one came in at 12:17 this morning, and we already issued our first approval at 1 o'clock this morning. Our staff was more than ready. They couldn't wait to get to this point of actually implementing the program and starting to do the actual review.
The executive director of the Michigan Regulatory Agency tells us the process is twofold. First, get pre-qualified with background checks, pay $6,000. Step 2 is more involved and includes business models and municipality information. Step 2 is where Detroiters hit a snag, as the city has opted out of recreational marijuana, at least for now. The city council plans to work on an ordinance and pass it before they opt in, and people like Carter can continue the licensing process. Once all of that is done and businesses are state approved, most recreational businesses will have to start with seeds.
That whole cycle has to be completed. Growing clones and then having the plants vegetate and then flower, and we're looking at a minimum of 3 and probably 5 months before that flower starts coming on market.
So for those looking for recreational marijuana shops, you'd be safe to start looking in mid-2020. Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
Yeah, all these municipalities figuring it out for themselves is clearly a weird hurdle here for everyone to figure out. But the city believes, Detroit, that they will have their recreational ordinance in place by early next year, so folks like Carter can continue on with a licensing application through the state.